It's just a quick little introduction to your rock cycle assignment that you're going to be doing over the next 2 weeks. So that's the first bit of important information. The first week is for planning. The second week is to work on and present your model. So when you have finished the planning document, as soon as you finish, don't wait for the due date, email that to your teacher so they can approve it, and then you will be able to keep going and get as much time as you can to work on the actual finished product. The second thing to notice that's really important is that everything has to be original, so you can't take images or video from the internet, you can't take audio from the internet, you have to make everything yourself. So that's where the planning comes in. You have to decide what you're going to use from around the house to model the parts and processes of the rock cycle. So that's what this document will help you with. So on this document there's a video that might help you see how you come to make those choices. And after you have made some choices or got some ideas, put those ideas down into this planning document. So I've only filled in a few there to give you the idea and highlighted the ones that I decided to use in my final rock cycle assignment that you'll see as a sample at the end of this video. So all of this should be filled in, obviously, by you. And then after that, there's another video that you can watch to guide you through how you might plan how you're going to present your rock cycle. So I've highlighted the one that I chose. If you have a different one than those 3 there, then you need to get permission from your teacher to do it. So make sure that you do that quickly as well. Some of the hints there: pick something that you already know how to do unless you really want to learn a new skill, or someone in the family can help you with something. And obviously don't cut and paste. And pick something that you enjoy doing as well. So you don't need too much detail in there. You can see my example saying what I'm going to do with mine. And then after that, you have to plan the audio. This will save you some time because you won't have to keep doing lots of takes or doing things again and again, depending how you're doing your presentation. And you can see all of this has to be in there. So that's why we put it here, so you don't accidentally leave anything out. So how each of the types of rock is formed is important that you understand and show us that you understand. And then each of the processes. So weathering, erosion, compaction, cementation, heat and pressure, cooling and melting. And then you should also have your references there as well. So after you've done that, you are going to send this document in, as I said, and it will be sent back to you as quickly as possible by your teachers so that you can get started. Now, following on from this, you'll be able to see an example of a finished sample of this assignment. There are 3 types of rocks. These rocks are continually made and destroyed in a process called the rock cycle. Each rock can become itself again, or it can become some other rock through processes that I'm going to explain. This rock is a metamorphic rock. This rock is our igneous rock. And this rock is a sedimentary rock. When rocks break down into sediments, this is called weathering. Weathering can be caused by things like rain, ice breaking down the rocks by freezing, and by animals burrowing around and things like that as well. Once the sediments have been weathered, they are then transported away in a process called erosion. that transport is caused by things like water moving it or things like wind, which move it to different locations. Sediments build up in layers over time, but this is not enough to compact them together and form a rock, even though it's quite heavy on top. Rain, carrying minerals, seeps down between the sediments, and when it evaporates, the crystals left behind glue the rock together, making sedimentary rock. From the sediments being compacted and cemented together, sedimentary rock is formed deep under the ground. It usually has layers in it that you can see, and it's also usually quite soft, and you can see the particles and even things like fossils. Metamorphic rock is formed when large amounts of heat and pressure under the ground change the chemistry of the rock and change it into a different type of rock called metamorphic rock. When any of the three types of rock are heated underground by the heat from the core of the earth or from coming in contact with other magma, they will turn into a liquid rock or a melted rock called magma. When the magma cools down, it will form an igneous rock. If that igneous rock forms slowly underground, like this one has, it will form larger crystals, which you can see in this rock. These are called intrusive rocks. If the rock is formed above the ground, like when lava hardens, it will crystallize very quickly and the crystals will be small.